It's February the 12th, 2016. It is 7:08 a.m. and I'm up because someone called and I can't go back to sleep. I would have been up in an hour anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. It's just a loss of an hour. So, yeah, no biggie. So, what I'm going to do this morning is read the chapter for Gig, because I still didn't get around to that, and probably if I have time, I'm going to watch the LEGO Dimensions Let's Play for today, so I can make the show notes for it, if I have time. Now, after dropping a check down the hill to make sure my water payment gets paid, because they're headed off to town, I'm going to take a look at the TechSlant articles and make my votes.
And more power-efficient version of the Snapdragon 400, LG said it will launch wearables with the Wear 2100 chip in them by the end of the year. Smartwatches.
When I want to do some impromptu soundboard capture, here's the setup I use. I have whatever device, sometimes the iPad, sometimes the computer, just depends on what the audio happens to be playing on. And then I run a cord from that to my digital audio recorder, by the way, the same thing that I record my podcast on in the studio. And then to monitor that, sometimes I'll use earbuds if I break them out, but honestly, most of the time, I use this little thing right here to monitor with. Now it's time for me to go up the hill for some late breakfast with the family members that just came in for the weekend. And the snow's back.
Got it here.
To explain that last snap in here, those relatives were the ones that didn't get to come down for Christmas, so now they've had it. So I just talked to the woman that makes the coats, and it's looking pretty good. I need to get an estimate still, of course, but still. I love the creative process. I really can't help it. Anytime I come across someone that has a creativity in anything, I tend to get really excited. So yeah, whenever we meet together and stuff like that and get all that settled, I'll give you guys more details, but right now, it's looking pretty good. So my friend Cliff Ravenscraft has made a tutorial about Snapchat. I've been meaning to watch it because, well, look what I'm doing. I mean, if I'm going to keep doing this Snapchat thing, like I think I am, because I was giving it a trial run, and I'm enjoying this, so I really want to carry on doing it. So why not watch a tutorial which will let me take it to, dare I say it, the next level. If you're not following Cliff, by the way, I'm putting his screen name down here. Follow him. He's an awesome guy.
Superman.com, and I wanted to record a tutorial for you on how to use the Snapchat application. Now, I know the first question
If you're curious about the tutorial I'm watching, by the way, link below. Well, text, it's not clickable. You know how these work. By now. Here is Cliff's Boo R code as well, if you want to screenshot that and follow him that way. I'm still getting over the pun with that. It's beautiful. Just published the new Let's Play of LEGO Dimensions. Have been really looking forward to the Doctor Who ones coming out. This is the bag that I use anytime I have to transport the laptop, which is now in said bag, down to the studio. Here's the temperature right now. Still cold, but not as bad as it could be, or has been. Also, before I headed down and before my parents left, Mom informed me that there's a Valentine's Day gift waiting on the counter. Curious as to what it is. She knows me so well. Peeps Before Easter and the Goosebumps movie. I've been looking forward to that one. I should probably explain why. Goosebumps may have been one of the first series that I actually got into in my childhood. It was one of the big ones. Of course, in the back of my mind, the first one I ever got into was Dr. Seuss, but that's for another time. The real point is that I have memories of Goosebumps all the way back in elementary school, where I got so into them, I would almost forget the world around me. Those stories were fantastic to me, and that movie I have really been wanting to see as a result, because hey, that's my childhood. In fact, one of my favorite Goosebumps memories was a story that really scared me. And I mean, not just, haha, kind of fun, really scared me. So the name of the book was How to Kill a Monster, and man, I'm telling you, there's a specific reason that one scared me more than the others. The cover didn't give much away. Most Goosebumps books, if you look them up, in fact, you can obviously Google image them, had covers that kind of gave you an idea what you were in for. But this one, all it had was a door with some green claws coming around them, hairy and sharp, but green. As a result, other than claws, you had no idea what that creature looked like. So what did my imagination do? It created the most frightening thing I could think of. And as a result, that's why it scared me the most. My imagination did all the work and the book barely had to do anything. By the way, that thing you heard me grab in the first snap? Chips! Because I'm going to make a sandwich and then get ready to head out to the studio for the night. So I just got some good news about the car. Turns out the transmission is perfectly fine. It just needed some new wires. And actually, oddly enough, I did not know this, but you can actually adjust said wires to feel. So if you want it to shift quicker, you can. I had no idea. So yeah, pretty awesome on that. Always glad to hear something like that. Apparently my tires do need rotated and rebalanced, so we're going to do that. Thank God for heaters. The studio would be impossible without this right now. I'm not recording any parts of this tonight, but I don't think I've shared all the LEGO Dimensions figures on one table. Pretty cool. It's time to record another Samuel's Thoughts, and I have a list of things I could be talking about. So, we'll just see where it leads me. Whenever I'm waiting for TechSlant to come on, I usually listen to a podcast while I'm waiting. In this case, Night Attack. You can't hear it because it's in my headphones. Funny moment where I brought my own keys down to get into the studio. I actually locked the door out of habit. I didn't even remember locking it.